Yeah. It's what am I doing here? Do I have it good? Yeah. It's crazy the uh the feeling of just wanting to press go live, man.
Is there anything
Just in
back
me,
here?
man. It's just like if you've been injured before, like your head just starts to
No.
like be like you should not do shit. That's me right now. And I just want to be here. I want to, provide, bro. Just who I am. We can watch Doc for a bit. I really want to. I really want to just stream COD, man. Like, it's just such a weird. It's such a new feeling I've never felt like being, like streaming. Like I want to play a different game for the people, but then again, I just want to play COD because I'm decent. Like universal. I wanted to say this too. Universal truth that nobody like talks about, and you probably figured it out. Your parents want the best for you. Anybody you see just wants the best for their kids, man. They want them to grow up in a place that's better than what they had, with people that are good for them. They just want a good life for their offspring, man. Like I'll go up to Washington State and talk to my parents, and then they'll be like, blah 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 blah, and like this and that, and they'll be arguing for this side.
I mean, I
But
could
then at
check
the end of
these.
the
I don't
day,
really
it just
need
comes back to
loot.
we just
I want,
want the
I want,
best. They just want the best for me.
I want the big boys. You know what I mean? They're not gonna be around here.
It's and then you see it on TV too. You know, this guy, bro. This guy, he's not having fun, bro. I don't know why this is. It's so good for me to watch this, bro. This guy, bro.
Gotta be worth something, huh?
I think he's got the passion. I think he's got the passion for the video games. If you ever watch this guy, he runs shotgun in COD too. I think this is a shotgun. It's like a fucking revolver handle. If that's not a shotgun, then it's gotta be a shotgun. I was gonna say the sights are so non-existent.
I'm gonna avoid that building.
That's one thing too I couldn't do is I couldn't talk through my decisions
Whoa.
as I'm playing a game. I can talk through like I can't just straight up say like I'm doing this, I'm doing that. I I say like um I comment on what just happened, Like if man, my fingers were like off on that one. That's
Can we
why I
get to the
did
top of this
this.
building? Where was that guy running?
Let's watch one engagement.
It looked like a PMC to me, but I could be wrong.
I never completely understood Tarkov. I know I probably should I watch this. I watch this game all the time because this guy plays it. I know you can be
I'm up there.
two different
Full speed.
groups. One group just scavenges for stuff.
This guy's just a... fucking care. I don't. You know he's got some goodies for me. You know this guy's got some goodies for me, right? There's that motor again. I think I take the motor. Get rid of that fucking propane. Which one's better? Palava 3?
Let's
6Q.
I want to take a look at.
Real time, in game, while we're in the game. Minus 115% accuracy, minus 10, minus 15% recoil, 50% durability, burn, heat 108%, very high. Fire chance, medium, high, very low.
Get me in there, man! Send me an invite! How do I invite? I forget. Hang on.
Sorry, I didn't mean to scream.
Alright, no, bring the energy. Alright, how long do you think it's gonna take him?
I say throw us in.
Send it?
Just send it.
Alright.
Alright, boys, I'm here.
But I feel like every single thing is either gonna be like loadouts, money, nothing, or strongholds.
You got a guy.
Oh, why is that guy looking? Why is he looking? Getting shot from behind us.
Fucking get alive!
Miss every shot? I'm a striker?
Keep getting it. Dennis right here. Dennis right here.
This is probably the funniest video I've seen in a while.
I can't handle the game if they don't do fun.
Sit down!
And it's just a guy playing his clips in his game. Doc clips in Doc's game.
Good save, good save. Guys in me? Guys in me? That was a good save, good save. Oh, there's a guy landed on me.
Sorry if the mic's hot. I'm just testing.
Can't make this. Oh.
I just cranked it because it was so low on the previous two.
Tricky Rick.
I'm usually back here, so I don't know if it's. I don't know. We'll see.
These second places we got today.
Guy laying next to me right here. Got him? Dude, why are you stream sniping when you're fucking trash? I'm dead. I was scratching my nose. I'm dead. I was scratching my nose.
Bro, this guy just driving around playing Doc clips, man. Oh my god.
He's got some exclusive ones, man.
Only one left.
He does.
Dead, man. Come in.
That's.
One bullet. Santa Claus is one. Santa Claus is one. Santa Claus is one.
I'm on 75 ping against controller player. That I can't win that. I gotta be smarter. That like literally, that's just me not
Yeah,
being
man,
smart.
by
That's
another.
me going upstairs, getting out of position.
Not bad.
Stupid.
In front of us. I got nothing. I just got some in here.
Gotta swing on this guy far. Tim, come here. Not looted.
Okay.
Above us now.
I got snowballed to death in the gulag.
Okay, yeah.
Snowballed?
Yes.
Is snowballs
What does
that
that
stun
mean?
you?
It. I'm sitting there waiting for the.
Snowball.
I'm waiting for the gulag to start. You know how they do the countdown? And I'm getting hit by snowballs, and it kills me. Fuck! Get me out of this! Ah! Ah! Man, I should.
Two of it's one.
God, man! What are you looking at up there? I'm already around the corner fucking looking. Fuck, man! Holy
You
shit!
ran back armor box. Buy Lodi and an armor box.
Come in!
Hello.
Get rid of
How do I not hear this truck?
He really tried to thirst me, bro. That's crazy.
I just got it on. I don't know from where.
Pushing you, Doc. I hear him.
Dude, I'm trying to pick up my fucking weapon! Oh! I am sitting there trying to pick up the... Oh my god.
Yeah, right.
Go get alive! Like what? What is that randomization? Oh my... Timmy! He's one shot! You can't fucking hear nothing! How?
Thank you. Dude, oh my god, man.
Boom. Modern Warfare 3. Let's jump into the action.
Restart the game and now you can play early Jump in live! Campaign early
It's his car, bro.
You can do it right!
Wait, he's not friendly. I thought he was friendly.
There's shield. There's two.
I'm watching Battleground. You're not beat. I'm watching Battleground.
Dude, it's like,
And it would get way worse, and I feel like it's like 1:30 our time.
Low-key, I remember the time, like, after school or something, low-key, and then
Hey guys,
sound
get
like
the
that.
fuck up here. All three of you. Look at you two on the right. Your guys are pretty slim, athletic, good looking, but this guy on the left, holy shit, here's a backpack for you. I don't even know if it's gonna fit you. Get out of my face, get into the airplane, and get the fuck out of here!
There's no way you just attacked me personally, bro. What the fuck?
Well, looky. The three guys that just complain. Here's your backpack, here's your parachute. Look at me, I'm Mark Wahlberg. And, well, hey, I'm still talking, guys.
Doc's the only one that can do it.
I dare you guys to turn around and face the other direction while I'm talking. I dare you. Go ahead. I dare you. Yeah, you don't got the... You do got... You fucking... Come here! You guys are still holding on after a full day of getting your asses kicked? Well, yeah, sure. Go ahead. Here's another one. And you. Timmy, right? Yeah. Pussy.
Hey Doc, I had a protein shake last night and I couldn't stop farting all night. Single shot, burst fire, and automatic fire. You know what I mean? Says Axel Stone with the $4.99. I do. It's Ben Lenkheat. Thank you for the 10. Doc, my turds have the consistency of a warm milkshake. Any ideas on how to fix this? Pistachios.
there's two. One's down below, one's on roof.
That's about to be out of zone.
Which one's better? Palava 3 or the Palava 6U? Let's take a look. In real time, in game, while we're in the middle of a raid. Minus 115% accuracy, minus 10, minus 15% recoil. Oof. 50% durability burn, heat 108%, very high. Misfire chance medium, high, very low, 430. Okay. Hi.
А вот тут друган мой бывал тоже.
Hello. swap. Come on, let's go! Woo! Wanna fire? Let's fire! I'll meet you downstairs. Oh, yeah. Come on, PMCs. Come on, PMCs. Oh, you're down here, aren't you?
3 of them.
3 of them. 3 of you.
They want to die.
Oh, they're gonna die. They don't got the guts! Got a P90? Oh shit, a graphics card. Dude, there's a graphics card on this dead body right over here. Come check it out. No, bro. I only have a pistol, bro. Yeah. Fuck, it didn't work, but I feel like it did. Now you're gonna die. Grenade going in 3, 2, 1.
Where you at, little Michaels? Here. Right here, just me. I wanted those. I wanted. Champs, I wanted to find the PMCs, and I didn't want to waste any time. I thought it was a PMC. Wasn't it? Just standing down the hallway, kind of ADSing me? I took a little pop shot. Boom. I think I got him. Like, he was huffing and puffing. He was bleeding out. I can't believe that scav killed me through that window, man. Of course, if I'm like geared and I got a nice weapon that's like with a scope, boom, real quick, boom, we're moving on, silence, boom, real quick. Right, one tap and it felt good. That AK felt kind of nice. I wish I didn't lose that. I wish I was able to get past that mishap and continue on that raid, because I got a feeling that one was going to be nice. Mike Evans, thank you for the 10. Music in my ears, Doc. Looking for more Tarkov. Let's go, champs. The fact that you're playing on a Tuesday lets me know you're locked in. Says Nick Ender with a $20 donation. Yeah. Doc, got my end of year PR and it wasn't as expected. Got any motivation to keep grinding? Says the Bomb 67 with a $5 donation. Yeah, I think you just got to be on high alert. All sensors triggering, analyzing. It's kind of like you're in a position where only you knows what to do. Put it in another gear. $14K at 1 a.m. on a Wednesday. Where's your in-game Street Rider? Almost time for a petition, says Mike Evans with a $5 super chat donation. Bless Nunu, thanks for 37 months. And Andy Ortega, welcome to the Champions Club. Yeah. Whoa. Spartacus with a $100 donation. Says, whoa, Doc. What are you doing on so late? I don't know. Kind of got locked in, man. God. These songs tend to know what they're doing, huh? Someone's got a fucking silencer across. Scoped. Fun. Fun. Oh. 5,000. I just need 5,000. Double teamed. I think I'd straight up take that fight. Like, get in there and take it, you know? Rather than sit back with an MP5. I feel like I needed, like I knew they were pushing. And just let them know, like I'm there. I think that's what I have to do. And that's, in that particular situation, I think that's what I have to do. All right. Ah. Damn. It's not like I lost a lot of gear there. It's just I want to get something going. I want to complete this. You know what I mean, champs? I just want to complete this. offense. What kind of actually prapa? 52,000. What's this one looking like? Like a Tarzan might be kind of nice. Yeah, I'll take one of those. I'll take one of those bad boys. Boom. Unload this. Unload the ammo. 545. Okay. I feel like I have a couple of these bad boys. AK. AK now. Unfortunate, man. I guess there's not much else I can do with this thing. PS. PRS. Then we're gonna do like I don't know. VP. US. US. All right. Trading therapist. I already got one of those. I might buy another one. Deal. Get one of these. I believe I can get one of these. I feel like if I put together a good run, I could potentially hit the XP. I just have to get a good run in. Sweaty Pumps and Slim Thickens, welcome. Homie, thank you for the 3. Do Skier Quest. Buy USD from Peacekeeper and turn in quest. Easy XP. Do Skier Quest. Buy USD from Peacekeeper and turn in quest. How do we do that? Buy USD from Peacekeeper and turn in quest. Let's back out. Homero! Do skier quest to turn in USD. You can buy USD from the traders. All right. Niners getting number 6, says Roberto Martinez with a 449ers, 449. PS, Timmy's Cowboys suck. Man. No sleep to the flea. We get the flea market tonight. And when we do, I'm not even going to say goodbye. Stream gets shut off. I'm literally sleeping in a Lamborghini because I'm waking up early tomorrow. And guess what we're doing? We're going to be the first team. That's me, Z, Destroy. Going to be the first team to get a nuked and ranked resurgence. That's right. That's right. Buy USD. Buy USD. Wait, what's the... You said skier? Skier quest. What is the quest? Hand over USD. Oh. Alright. Well, then let's go over here and let's buy it. USD. It cost us... Wait, what? This is gonna cost a lot of money, no? I need 3. How much do I need? Let's go find out. Tasks. Turn in. I need 40. 4,770. Wait, 4,470. 4,470. 4,470. Fuck, that's half my stash. But you know what? I'll do it. Did we do it? Was that it? Huh? There it is. Champs, we did it. We did it. Don't worry, I'm not gonna leave that fast, man. Don't worry, I'm not gonna leave that fast. It's an exciting time because guess what we can do now? Watch this, champs. Watch this. Watch. Trading. Like, what do we have? Therapists? What were you looking for? Therapist? Gas analyzers? Oh, is that what you're looking for? Let's just go right over here. Watch this, champs. Look at this. You ready? Trading. Trading. Service tasks. Trading. Filter by item. No. I want a gas analyzer. There it is. Thank you. Hey, therapist. You know that task? Oh, it's got to be found in a raid. Okay. Fishing gear. I'll accept it. Locate the boat on shoreline. Here we are. See, now we're opening up some brand new ones. cans of beef stew, large. Cans of beef stew, large. No, I can't do that, right? It doesn't work that way. There's that multi-tool. But we can go into the hideout. Valkyrie Beard Care, thank you for the $111 donation. No one does it better. Says Valkyrie Beard Care. We unlocked the flea market, man. Huh? We could buy Sally was. We don't have to craft them, but I mean, I guess we can craft them if we find that stuff. What do I need to see? Generator. Here we are. Look at this. You ready? Look at this, Chance. Filter by item. Oops. Thank you. Back out. Good. Look at. Boom. Constructing. Fuel supply. None. We need fuel. Did we sell our fuel? We were down bad. We had to sell our fuel. Security. Level 2. Hold on. Hold on. See? Look at. Boom. 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 Right. Security. Filter by item. Purchase. Thank you. Filter by item. Appreciate it. And just like that, we're in. Upgrade. What's up with that? Oh, illumination. Filter by item. Appreciate it. See, you see what I'm saying, champs? Nice doing business. Generator. We've got that. Illumination. What was I working on? I was working on security. There it is. Ready for an upgrade. Another 45,000. Look at this. Oh no, that's upgrading. Okay. Messenger. Receive all. What are we receiving? Nothing. Okay. You see, now we can put together some classes, but we've got 290,000. Which is really unfortunate, because you know, I got this LED X down here. I don't know, maybe I filter by item on the flea market. Huh? What's the top ones going for? Look at these guys. They're so cocky, man. What the hell? Workbench. People want the workbench. Okay. Where is it at? Workbench. Look at this heater. Filter by item. Purchase. Both of them. All. Okay, purchase. Purchase. And then purchase. Construct. Level 2. Alright, let's not give away all my... People want workbench. Okay. Boom, boom, boom. Filter by item. 16 times 2. Yes. We're in. Construct. That is... gas analyzer. We can craft it right now. Filter by item, 4 of them. That's just too much. We're giving away too much money. Way too much money. Did we unlock the ability to... Hold on. Hold on now. How much is this takedown? 30,000. All right. How much is Moonshine going for? Ooh-wee. You see, these are found in raid though. This LEDX found in a raid. That's kind of nice. Five, 4, 5. Let me dress this up. Let me dress it up, James. Oof. Yeah. Now we're talking. Now we're talking. Let's get a grip. Let's get the red grip in there. Fuck it. You know. I mean, this receiver, is this what we want? I can't throw a silencer on this bad boy? There you go. Yes. Look at that thing. Cobra Sight Shade. How do I build this? Save as. Trickle of blood. Trickle. Blood. Alright. Find parts. Let's go find them. Oh, we can't get that front grip. Not available. Oh, here we are. Here we are. It's a little bit of an investment, but I've been waiting to customize something, champ. Purchase all. 138,000, yes. You don't have enough money for the transaction. What? I said purchase all. Oh, I don't have any cash. Okay. Just wait. Okay, we need a different pistol grip. Let me just get used to this, you know what I mean, champ? My God, man, we can't get a different. Get rid of that. Let's get rid of this for a second. Let's get rid of this. Get something lighter on there, huh? I think that one's a nice one. That's nice. Assemble, buy both these parts. Yes. Purchase. Okay. There it is. Woo! We gotta take. Are you sure you want it? No. Save. I said tears of blood, right? Tears of blood. Drops. Tears of blood. Tears of blood. I think. What was the other one? I don't know. Trickle of blood. Damn it. Can I delete that? How do I get rid of that? Oh, I say, yeah, okay. All right, we're good. Ho 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 ho! Woo! Come on, man! This guy wants to attack. And attack he shall. Let's make sure we get the best ammo in the game. search, please. Ammo, if you don't mind. Exclude. Appreciate it. I don't know. I don't know. I don't want to get all into it. Our first custom gun, champs. Like, using the flea market. We've unlocked the flea market tonight. Let's use our first weapon. I'm hiding this. Better trust me. Trust me. Let's see what Tears of Blood can do. Character, do I have meds? I get my Saliwa now. Saliwa, Sali. Saliwa. I'll take one of those. All right. Crazy how I'm kind of invested you become. I got a scav. A scav into a PMC. Let's do that. I think we go to Lighthouse. I think we go to Lighthouse once again. Insurance. We'll get insurance on it. I mean, shit, So at least we got some stuff done with the hideout. We unlocked a whole bunch of stuff. Everything's kind of getting activated. We need to get some fuel. After this lighthouse, I'll check our tasks. We haven't gotten lucky with, like, hey, there's an item that I need for this quest. You know, the little yellow check mark. Haven't been seeing a lot of those. What do I need? The beef canned stew of beef. Is there any? Shoreline run, Doc. This is David Marshall. I don't know if I'm ready for Shoreline, getting into those apartments. If we die, we die. Doc, you're still going? Badass! Hunt Showdown this week? This is Vantage with the 388. Oh, shit. Right in, huh? I like that. Whoa. Please remind me that I have nades just in case. TCWSP. So weird to drop that into the pocket. I'm assuming I have South Road, Southern Road, yes. Okay. Just gotta figure out where I'm at, like exactly direction. Where are you flying to? I don't know where I'm at. I feel like we're okay. I'm right there. That would have been kind of a nice run. We're on hour 8. We're hour 9. We had a hell of a day. Some big time runs. We almost got a 4-piece today. Yeah, we got a 3-piece. We almost got a 4-piece. 2 teams. Back to back to back to. This little coward shows up out of nowhere. I think that's 3 teams actually, now that I'm thinking about it. Donnie, thank you for the 30 months, Jamoki. I feel like remember earlier today I walked through that. How'd I walk earlier through that thing? No mines. You did that on purpose. You do that on purpose. I don't. I do that on purpose. I don't. Let's take this little sucker out, huh? Last run of the evening, ladies and gentlemen. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. I didn't insurance it. Should I? I feel... No, like... No, I'm not going to. Okay? I'm going to show you. Sometimes what that does is... I don't know. Create an energy field of doubt. And it hovers. You may not feel it, but it hovers. I don't want that hovering at all. No insurance run. Custom gun. I'm in. Last raid of the evening, ladies and gentlemen. Appreciate you guys tuning in this late night inside of the arena. From Mexico to Canada to people waking up in Europe, in Italia, in the land of Germania, the Netherlands, Denmark, and Scotland, the Irish, the Switzerland, Portugal, and España. down in Brazil and Argentina, Chile, Costa Rica and Puerto Rico, the Bahamas, the Virgin Islands, all the way to Miami. A few from New Mexico. I see North Carolina, Alabama, Alaska, Arizona, Arkansas, California, Colorado, Connecticut, Delaware, Florida, Georgia, Hawaii, Idaho, Illinois, Indiana, Maine, Maryland, Massachusetts, Michigan, Montana, Nebraska, New Hampshire, New Jersey, New Mexico, New York, North Carolina, North Dakota, yada, yada, yada. Appreciate everyone tuning in on this incredible Turbo Tuesday. Tomorrow, High Octane Side by Side Z Destroy. We're doing another single game parlay. Same game parlay. I repeat, same game parlay. Announcement, configuration, live tomorrow with FanDuel. Niners, smooth gliding. We're going ground zero. I want to cut the music off. I want this thing. Last raid of the evening, champs. Custom gun, probably 100K. And I want to murder. That's what I want to do. How's my body armor? Do I have body armor? Okay, that's good. I want to murder. Yeah, I'm gonna find you. I'm gonna find you. Oh, I'm gonna find you. You're not gonna just stop there, are you? You had your one chance.
Honestly, I didn't even hear you speak, so if you did say anything, I'm sorry.
Grenade going in 3, 2, 1.
I mean, you can kill it, there's nothing worse about my body.
Don't mind if I do. Don't mind if I do. Just go like that. Stop the bleeding. Stop the bleeding. Now here. Stop the bleeding now here. Quickly. Stop. Stop the bleeding now. Here quickly. And just like that. You see, when you got those saliwas, you know. Did I already drop a mag? I did, didn't I? I did, didn't I? I already did, didn't I? Wait do they get a load of me? You're right, you didn't have anything. See, I'd like a laser sight on this bad boy. This is all I get. God, get me off this game. Get me off this fucking game. That's how I feel. That's how it feels. He survives that. That whole entire spray in his face. The whole entire spray in his face. He survives that. Well, anyways, we unlocked the flea market champs. Now we know to not customize that weapon. That just doesn't fucking make sense. You know? Does that make sense? Brrr, up close. Brrr, all in his fucking face. Brrr, brrr. Does it make sense? It doesn't. That doesn't make sense. Check damage. I don't know how. It just popped me out of there. Couldn't tell you. That doesn't fucking make sense. Can I see the clip, please? I need a clip. ASAP, champs. ASAP. This guy got lit up, man. He won the first fight in the hallway, like, meaning, you know, our little shootout. He strafed to the right. I didn't see him straight to the right until, I don't know. Like, my recoil's taking me out, and he strafes to the right in the hallway. He got me damaged pretty well right there. But, like, my angle, off angle right there, brrr, and then brrr. Come on now. How do I lose that? Don't watch the clip. Your health is pretty low. It has nothing to do with me surviving that second exchange. It's the fact that I didn't kill him before he killed me. There's just no way. I don't know, man. Swapped kills. We killed each other. We didn't. We didn't. Unless he died like immediately after. Oh, sheesh. I gotta turn this. I gotta get off this, man. That one, unless I have a scav. 15 minutes. You're lucky. Get me out of there. Get me out. There's the flea market, man. We found it. I was searching it. I was walking around. People thought I was a zombie, so I just started going with it. And then we found the flea market. And we're in. Oh well, big day tomorrow, champs. Big day tomorrow. We did it. Flea market acquired. I should get some sleep. I freaking love you, Doc. You're my hero, says Colton Yates. With a 49.99. Appreciate that. That's a lot of money, too. Just to be thrown around like that, huh? Appreciate that, Colton. Waves, welcome. Neptune's Sorrow, thank you for the $4.99 super chat. Another one, Doc? Yeah. Nah, man, we gotta pump the brakes. We gotta get a good night's sleep so we're focused in tomorrow. I gotta get locked in. We're back on COD. Brain cell damage. Ammo matters more than the weapon, Doc. Says Punisher with a 5. So, like half my clip in this guy's face. It matters. The ammo matters, huh? Half my clip in the guy's face. Got it. Appreciate that. Hazelnut Wolf, welcome. Champs, get some rest. Tomorrow, we strap in. It's Top Gun League. And be ready. Yeah.
Join the Champions Club right now. Whether you're tier.
What the hell? What the hell's going on? Alex! Alex! We need a new ad! Yeah. Follow me on Twitter, on YouTube, follow me on Instagram, and feel the power of the Champions Club everywhere.
You have to put the batteries in the correct way. Okay. Is that on? I love it. So Vivek is the only person running, I think, who hasn't practiced politics for a living. Correct.
Yeah, I'm not a practitioner.
No, you're not. You're not a practitioner. So it's interesting. So let me just start with a very quick overview. You've been traveling around the country for the past, 3 months, 4 months?
Yeah, 4 months.
How do you think the country's doing?
I think the country is doing poorly, is the answer. I think that we have a void in our country. I'm the first millennial ever to run for US president as a Republican. And I see people my age in particular across this country who are not doing well because we're starved for purpose and meaning. The people are looking to be part of something bigger than ourselves, and yet we've lost the things that used to ground us. Faith, patriotism, hard work, family. These things are gone, and so we're lost in the wilderness, and then we latch on to whatever the other side serves up for us. You know, we could wokeism, transgenderism, climatism, whatever it is. These are symptoms, drug addiction, depression, suicide, you name it. These are symptoms of a deeper void of purpose and meaning in our country. But Tucker, I think the good news in that is I think our country's not doing well, but I think that this is also our opportunity as a movement to level up and fill that void, that vacuum, with our own vision. Individual, family, nation, God. When I talk to young people about this, they're more interested in that than they are in race, gender, sexuality, and climate. And so now we got to start running to something as Americans, and if we do, I'm confident that our country will be doing well again. That's where I'm at.
Is it my imagination, or are people who weren't raised in traditional religious households, who haven't spent a lot of time thinking about theology, all of a sudden talking about God a lot? Do you notice that?
I do notice that, actually, and I think this is a good sign because there's an old expression, right? If there's a hole the size of God in your heart and God does not fill it, something else will instead. That's what's happened in the last decade in our country. Something else, some secular religion has filled that void. But it hasn't really satisfied our moral hunger, right? So that's kind of, that effect is fading, and I think people are hungry to turn back to the real thing. The conversation's coming up, but they say it with a kind of prudishness.
Yes.
Right? God is a 4-letter word. It's sort of a thing you have to tiptoe around. And I think that right now, family's the same way. The nuclear family makes some people uncomfortable when I say it, but actually this is the best known form of governance to mankind. And so if we start talking more about, hey, that's what we're running to. That's actually what we stand for. Yes, we are one nation. I'm a citizen of this nation, not some nebulous global citizen somewhere else. That it is one nation under God. Yes, it is a nation that is stronger when we ground ourselves in the unit of the family. Then I notice something happens, especially for younger people across the country, Tucker, is they're more open to that message than they thought, but they need someone to serve it up to them. And I think I'm the first non-politician, but I'm also a younger person in this race. I don't have a ton of experience running governments before. But I think in reaching younger people, that's something I feel called to do in this race, and it's why we're traveling college campuses across this country, and I am optimistic about what I see.
Well, since you are a younger person and spend time with them, we saw yesterday that a group of reservists has been called up to Europe, apparently, to prepare for war with Russia. Of people in the age cohort who might plausibly be called up to do that, what's the response?
I think there is no basis for us to send our young men and women, our sons and daughters, people my age or any age, to go defend somebody else's border halfway around the world, when we should be using our own military to secure our own border in this country. And I will not apologize for that. We have to put the interests of this country first. And one of the things that does frustrate me, Tucker, is that this is one issue where I so love many of the other people who are running for this nomination for president. I think most of us, and the entire field I speak for, are in this for the right reasons. We are people who care about our country and want to deliver our country to a better place. But on this issue, nearly our entire field is indistinguishable in practice from where Biden is on this, which is in an undefined, ill-defined way pouring more money into a war that I think is destined to become Vietnam or Iraq all over again. And if you don't learn from the lessons of the past, you're going to be making the same mistakes on an even larger scale going forward. We have to end this war. We can end this war and start prioritizing the interests of actual U.S. citizens here at home.
So I think, judging by the response you just got, I think a chunk of, I don't know what percentage, but a lot of Republican primary voters agree with you. Not all, but a lot. I don't think any Republican donors agree with you.
I think that's accurate. And I've lost, to be really honest with you, I've lost many large donors or prospective donors over this issue. And it puzzles me. Because I think the tempting thing to say is to have some conspiratorial explanation that they have money at stake in government contractors, Raytheon, or whatever. I don't think that's true, actually. I think there's something else going on in the psychology of an establishment in both the Republican Party and the Democrat Party that is reluctant to the idea that we somehow can't be the ones fighting the war that's the popular war of the day, the politically correct war. I think there's no such thing as a politically correct war. And so what I ask is, how are we actually going to end this conflict in a way that advances U.S. interests? And the thing that puzzles me, Tucker, is nobody in either party is talking about this right now. The Russia-China alliance is the single greatest threat that the U.S. actually faces today. And we are pushing Russia closer into China's arms by actually continuing to arm Ukraine. So what I've said is that I would negotiate a deal that ends the Ukraine war, frees the current lines of control. Yes, that means giving part of the Donbas region to Russia. I would make a hard commitment that NATO never admits Ukraine to NATO. And those seem like unspeakable words in the, certainly the Republican donor class. But we get something greater in return, which is that Putin, in that case, would have to exit his military partnership with China and remove nuclear weapons from Kaliningrad, which border Poland, and get the Russian military out of Cuba and Venezuela and the West. And this is a deal that Putin should do because he ends up winning. He gets things that he doesn't have today. But it secures American interests, too. And I do think in a weird way, it does take an outsider to get that job done. Because if you want someone to fix a problem, you don't turn over the keys to somebody who actually broke the thing in the first place. If you want to fix it, maybe have somebody who didn't break it in the first place. And that's part of why I'm in this race as an outsider.
Okay. Well, since you're getting radical now, let's go through a list of all the other things you're not allowed to say. So you've just said, you know, you're not attacking anybody, but this doesn't seem to be helping us. In fact, it seems to be creating an alliance that we can't beat, and really, it's pretty scary. So let's just go through the list. Another thing you can't say is that maybe January 6th, while appalling on one level, maybe it was not an insurrection.
So let me talk about, I haven't talked about this much in the campaign. I'll be very honest with you. You want to know what caused January 6th? There's such a temptation to say that there's one man whose name is unspeakable. We can't.
No, first of all, it's QAnon.
It's QAnon. It's QAnon. You want to know what caused January 6th? Is pervasive censorship in this country in the lead up to January 6th. You tell people in this country they cannot speak, that is when they scream. You tell people they cannot scream, that is when they tear things down. And so the reality is, we were told that you could not question where the virus came from when we all knew it came from a lab in Wuhan, which now they admit. We were told that you could not send a private message to someone on the eve of an election, that Hunter Biden's laptop story was actually a true story worth considering before an election. You were systematically suppressed. So think about this. You told you had to be locked down, had to take a vaccine that was mandated and forced down your throat, stay locked down in your home while Antifa and BLM roam and burn the streets of this country. So that's the lead up of one full year of telling people you have to shut up, sit down, and do as you're told. And then you tell them, okay, there's an election where you didn't get the information that you needed, such as the Hunter Biden laptop story being real and suppressed. That's what caused January 6th, is a cycle of censorship in this country. And until we look ourselves in the mirror and admit truth on that, we will not move forward as a country. And I think that's the real cause. And we're not, and I'm sorry to say this, Tucker, but I think until we reckon with that reality, I worry that that is the beginning of, it's a friendly parley compared to what's to come, unless we step up and speak truth, restore integrity, and actually lead us to who we are as a people, rather than sweeping the truth under the rug.
How can you, just as a philosophical question, a lot of the people who are pushing censorship, in fact, I would say almost all of them in both parties, particularly the Democratic Party, claim they're doing so in order to protect democracy. But how can you have a democracy with censorship?
So you want to know the best measure of the health of a democracy? We're a constitutional republic, but I'll use lowercase d democracy as a fill-in, right? Couldn't resist.
People always applaud at that. I love that.
It's just the truth, though, right?
No, it is
We're a
true.
republic.
But the civics majors love it.
Yeah, that's great. But the best measure of the health of our American democracy, our constitutional republic, is the percentage of people who feel free to say what they actually think in public. That's the metric. It's not the number of ballots cast every November. That's just going through the motions. It is not some other metric of what the media says on a given day. It is the percentage of people who will say in public what they're willing to say behind closed doors. There's no doubt we're doing poorly. The culture is censorious enough. Now, if you say the government on top of that is using social media companies to do through the back door what government could not censor through the front door under the Constitution, that creates the real threat to lowercase d democracy. My litmus test is, if Vladimir Putin was doing it, and we would call it a threat to democracy, it's a threat to democracy when we do it on this side of the Atlantic as well. Okay, that's a good way of not pointing the finger at somebody else, but looking ourselves in the mirror and asking ourselves who we really are. This is personal for me. I'm a Republican candidate for U.S. president. It feels still new to say that. Not a politician by nature, but I bring that fact up. You know, now, as of very recently, certainly polling reasonably well in the recent polls, and I bring that up because against that backdrop, Microsoft owned LinkedIn, censored my social media account. They locked my account, said I can't get in to make statements that are factually grounded statements about climate change, about Biden's relationship with China, about the ESG movement's perpetuation of a climate cult in this country, all grounded in fact, saying that it violates their policies for hate speech, misinformation. And I'm not making this one up. They said violence in the email. And so in my case, look, I was able to publicize that. They were then claimed it was an error, restored the account, typical operating procedure. But it's that culture of censorship in our country that I think we also, I'm trying to do my part, where I was in a tumble in eastern Iowa earlier this week. Smaller event than this, but we're on the stage talking. Somebody walks in. She's screaming at the top of her lungs. At first I thought, usually if they're screaming, sometimes they're in favor of what you're saying, so I said thank you. But I realized that actually, no, she...
when she thank you?
She came... So she was out of control, okay?
Yeah. I know her. I ran into her at Dulles Airport last week. Yeah.
We've all seen a version of her, but the truth is, so security was escorting her out, and it felt wrong to me, right? Because she came here to make a point. She was totally wild in the way she was making it, but I'm watching her walk out the door. She's at the back of the room now, and I said, this doesn't feel right. Right? Because as I said earlier, you tell people they can't speak, that's when they scream. You tell people they can't scream, and she was screaming. That's when they're going to go tear something down. So I said, no, bring her back. We gave her the money. I said, I promise. You ask your question, but I promise I get to answer it in return. She agrees to that. It turns out she's a pro-choice advocate, a my body, my choice person. I was going to the state legislature on Tuesday morning. I think she must have known that. Came to this event to protest my being there. But I give her the mic. She's just talking for, 3, 4, 5 minutes. But by the end of it, it actually turns out, the story comes out that she's a single mother who did bring her daughter into the world. And the things she was saying were things like, my daughter is successful. I don't want you to look down on me. And I thought it was beautiful that the more she started talking, the more she started making our very point of why we believe in protecting life. And so, I said, disagreements aside, you are a mother. We celebrate that. The audience applauded. It's why I love Iowans. Wow. She broke down in tears and left. And so I'm moved by what is possible in our country. Our country is broken. We are spiritually broken. We have a spiritual void in this country. It is our job to step up and fill that void by practicing what we preach as conservatives. And so I'm hoping we're doing that. I love doing that in Iowa. It's been something that's really lifted me up in a way that was never an experience I had as a CEO or in business. I've never had these experiences as we've had in the last few months. And honestly, as broken as our country is, it leaves me optimistic about where we're headed.
And you can listen to people. It's okay.
It's okay. It's not going to hurt
so
you.
What? Okay, so it's so interesting. So you, and I think the intro of you described some of it, but you're coming from a completely different world. It's not like you were mayor, state legislator. You're coming from business and technology and biotech. So what have you learned? Like, how have your views changed since you immersed yourself in crowds and voters and started listening to people?
Yeah, so I think my views have changed in part by my belief that we're not as divided as they make it out to be. Right? Many CEOs in this country are frightened, right, of speaking their mind openly. It actually stops, many of them will say, well, stop them from being donors to me, to maybe other causes. They're deathly scared because they believe that we're a nation at our breaking point. And in some ways, we are, because we let it get there. But one of the things I've been convinced of, I've changed my mind on, is that I don't think we're nearly as divided as we're taught to believe. But I went to the south side of Chicago. It's one of the places that's not really where the political advisors would tell you to go if you're in a Republican primary. I went to Kensington and downtown in the inner city of Pennsylvania, in Philadelphia. And I'll tell you, the people in those rooms, especially in the south side of Chicago, where they're converting South Shore High School into an encampment for migrants who they're spending $7,000 per person per month on. This is the supposedly far left, nearly entirely black, Democratic voting bloc. And I have never heard more eloquent cases for securing the border and actually prioritizing the interests of Americans than I heard in that room.
What did they say?
They said, what about us?
Yeah.
Was actually the right way to say that. And it came out in many ways where, look, we are Christians. We believe in treating these people humanely. But it's not right that they're spending $7,000 a month and getting baby formula when I couldn't find baby formula a year ago. I can't buy sneakers for my kids. They're providing sneakers for those kids. How does that work? How is that advancing my interest? And actually, you just reminded me of this. Many of them were asking me, as though I was on the side of it, of why on earth we're sending billions of dollars to Ukraine. So it was interesting to me that the traditional partisan boundaries as drawn are really sort of retrofitted. We're sort of shoehorning an old structure. We're sort of shoehorning the modern truth into sort of an antiquated view where I don't think the dividing line in our country is between Republicans and Democrats right now. I think it is between those of us who are pro-American, who believe in the ideals of this country, who will not apologize for those ideals, who will stand up and sacrifice for those ideals, and those of us who are, and it exists in this country, I mean, the Vice President's a great embodiment of this, anti-American. Those who wish to apologize for a nation founded on our ideals. But if you divide it up that way, it is not 50-50 anymore. It's not even close. It's easily 80-20 in our favor, and half the 20 are people younger than me who never learned what those ideals were in the first place. We're going to bring them along too. And I think we have an opportunity to do in this country in 2024 what Ronald Reagan did in 1980. Deliver a landslide election, call the bluff on the division. Much of it is artificial. I fell for it. Right? Even when I started this campaign, running for a Republican candidate for U.S. president, I don't even talk about Republicans that much anymore. I try not to use the word. Not because it's a bad word, but because it doesn't mean anything. Right? If half the Republican, 3/4 of the Republican Party's got the same policy as Biden on the most important policy matter of our time. You know, and if much of the Democratic Party, or at least people on the south side of Chicago, believe in using the military on the southern border and putting the interests of Americans first, I'm not sure those labels are doing much for us now. And one of the things, I actually just got this stat yesterday from my campaign, 40% of the donors to our campaign are first-time ever donors to the Republican Party in any form ever. And the normal number is 2%. So I think this should actually give us hope for possibility. If we're willing to take the shackles off a little bit, relax a little bit on, identity can be confining. Right? The left does this masterfully. You're black, therefore you can't achieve something. You're a woman, therefore you can't achieve something. Identity's confining. You can be imprisoned in the identities that you inherit. And I just want to be careful that we learn from the left, or learn including what not to do, to be confined and imprisoned by our own identity of what it means to be Republican. Let's just let that word go, and instead ask the question of what it actually means to be an American today. That's the question of our time. And you ask people my age that question, you get like a deer in the headlights response. It's like, it's a blank stare initially. But on the other side of that is then an introspection to say, okay, there are certain ideals that we fought a revolution for in this country. Self-governance over aristocracy, sovereignty as a nation, free speech, meritocracy. That you get ahead in this country not on the color of your skin, but on the content of your character and contributions. That's what it means to be an American. That's what we're running to. And honest to God, Tucker, I think that if we do this right, if we actually prioritize our vision, what we stand for, I think it's going to be a landslide election for I'm not going to say Republican candidate, a pro-American candidate in this race.
It's just interesting because what you didn't mention, so I asked you, you've been traveling around the country, it sounds like you've really, I mean, you went to Kensington on the south side, you've really kind of been to the span of the country. I watch media coverage and everything's about race. And America is divided by race. That's America's original sin. It's the thing that cleaves us as a country. You didn't mention that. So why do they keep telling you that?
They blow what I call woke smoke to deflect accountability for their own failure, actually. So what do you think affirmative action has done for black people in this country? Nothing. What do you think? It's been negative. It's created racism that otherwise would not have existed. I've seen it. I've hired black executives at companies I have founded on merit. I could care less for the skin color. And then behind closed doors, people say, well, that person got their job because of race, because they're jealous because they weren't good enough to get the job. But that's sad. It's unfair to everyone involved. They'll blow woke smoke. They'll say math is racist. When in fact, you know, what might be wrong is not teaching kids in the inner city for a year under COVID lockdowns how to do math. And then they're using this to cover up for that failure. I personally think that's actually what's going on in the U.S. military, too. And people wonder about where's this wokeness in the military coming from. I mean, our military has been disastrous in defining its purpose, how we're actually using the resources of the military to fight wars that we haven't actually shown great value from in the last 25 years. So let's just talk about systemic racism and white rage instead. It's a deflection mechanism. Companies do it, the military does it, schools do it, teachers' unions do it. It's irrelevant, and in fact, what would they ever do without those poor black kids who they could hold out as the sacrificial lambs for their own failures? What we actually need to do is to level up and say, no, regardless of the color of your skin, how are we going to be a country that ensures opportunity, black, white, man, woman, it doesn't matter. You know, my parents came to this country with almost no money. I've gone on to found multi-billion-dollar companies. And then people tell me, oh, that's because you had privilege. They tell me white privilege. It's sort of weird. It's sort of an interesting. It's kind of interesting.
Do you tell them?
As I take the blindfold off, and now you have your answer. But the interesting answer is, actually what I do tell them, Tucker, is that I did have privilege. I didn't grow up in money. But I had two parents in the house, a mother and a father, with a focus on education and a faith in God. And you know what? That is the ultimate privilege. That if I'm going to enjoy that, every kid in this country ought to enjoy it too.
Do you think, I just have to ask you, because you're not a political professional, do you think Biden's going to be the nominee?
So it depends on who the Republican nominee is. I'm running because at this point, actually, my heart says, I couldn't have told you this in February. I launched on your show, and honest to God, when I left, I had no idea how this thing was going to go. My gut instinct is that I will be the nominee and in a position to win this in a landslide versus Biden. And they will not let Biden run against him. so I believe that if I am the nominee, they will not let Biden run. It is why they're holding in the back pocket the documents case against Biden. It is why they're holding in the back pocket everything else that you're wondering why they're not charging or bringing now. It's not a Democrat or Republican thing. It's a managerial class, deep state bureaucratic class versus elected official puppets thing. And so they're not going to have to use that if it's Trump, because they think based on, you know, they don't analyze, they analogize. They say we did it. We could debate that, but we appear to have done it. You know, we appear to have done it, and so we'll do it again. So if it's Trump, they're going to run Biden. If it's me, there's no way they let Biden run. It's going to be a new puppet, Gavin Newsom, Michelle Obama, you name it. It doesn't matter to me, though, because for me, whoever it is, I'm not running against anybody in this primary field. And I'm going to keep that philosophy in the general. I'm not running against whichever puppet they put up, Biden or somebody else. I'm running for our vision of what it means to be a citizen of this nation, the United States of America. I'm leading us to something, and nobody else is going to get in the way.
Thank you. Good to see you.
Good to see you, Tucker.
An impressive performance, I think, from Vivek Ramaswamy.
Thank you. It's good to be here. I'm going to get right into it. I don't think we have a lot of time. I don't mean time today in the schedule. That may be true, too. I don't think we're working with a lot of time. I came here with my two sons this morning. One is 3 years old, one is 1 year old. They graduated from high school before we got this right. I don't think we have a country. And so I'm going to get right into it, cut through the political BS, and talk to the conversation today. Okay? We're going to get real today. This speech I haven't given before, but looking at the amount of time we have left, we're going to cut through the usual introductions and get into it. We're in the middle of a war right now. We're in the middle of a cold cultural civil war. You cannot win a war unless you first know that you're in one. This is not a war between black and white, as the media believes it is. It is not a war between man and woman, or gay and straight, or even Democrat and Republican. It is a war between one side, who loves the ideals of this country and the ideals that sit this nation, who believes that all men are created equal, endowed by their Creator with certain inalienable rights, among these life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, who believes that you get ahead of the United States not on the color of your skin, but on the content of your character and your contribution, who believe in the American dream. The idea that you get ahead in the United States with your own hard work, your own commitment, your own dedication, and that you are free to speak your mind at every step of the way. Most of us in these countries share our common ideals in common. That is one side of this thing. And on the other side, we have a fringe minority that has the current Democrat Party in a chokehold. Who believes that your identity is based on your genetics, your race, your gender, your sexual orientation. That if you're black, you're inherently disadvantaged. That if you're white, you're inherently privileged. No matter your economic background or your upbringing, your race, your gender, and your sexuality determine who you are and what you can achieve in life. Believes we must flog ourselves for our success in this country, bending the knee to this new cult of climate change. That we have to stop carbon emissions here in the United States, even as we're perfectly fine shifting those carbon emissions to places like China. Who will say that it is racist to defend our own border with our own military, but it's perfectly fine sending our own military to defend somebody else's border halfway around the world. Who believes in group quotas over meritocracy. You see, these two sides of this war, why is this a war? Because those two worldviews cannot coexist. It's not a choice that you can have a little bit of both. It's either one or the other. You're either pro-American or you're anti-American. That is the choice we face in this moment. This is America's time for choosing once again. And I have some good news for you on this war. I have some good news and some bad news. The good news is, I'm convinced of this from traveling the country. I have been to a majority of states. There's no social media